Well, joining us from Dakar is Olawale Ojewale. He's the Regional Coordinator for West and Central Africa at the Institute for Security Studies. A very warm welcome to Al Jazeera. So the Interior Minister of Benin says the coup has been thwarted. The authorities say they're back in control, but there have, we understand, been some reports of gunfire since then. Do you have any further insight?
Well, I think the prevailing news is that the coup attempt has been failed, and what we are seeing now is that the development has now morphed into an information warfare, and it's about who can actually control what people get to listen to now. And that is the reason why we've been bombarded with a lot of reports, and the contacts, our colleagues in Benin also confirmed that coup has failed, those who are on ground. But I think for the next few hours, we will be seeing serious contestation within the media wave in terms of who gains the upper ground.
Talking about that information war, we're looking at pictures of when some of the coup members appeared on television there to read out a statement. What more do we know about the leader, the makeshift leader of that group, one Lieutenant Colonel Pascal Tigri, who declared himself president of the Military Committee for the Refoundation?
I think we need to dissect these in the context of the political development in the country in the past few months or years, like you mentioned in your intro. And it's a fact that when opposition party discover that the space is getting strong by the day, and they realize that they can't access or capture power through the ballots, then there's a possibility that they reach out to their collaborators within the military to see how they can capture the power through the barrel of gun. Because in the past few months or years, we've seen the persecution, high-handedness with which the incumbent party, the incumbent president, has also managed opposition parties in terms of committing some into prison, not allowing them to be able to have free expression of their political will and interest in the democratic space. So there is that possibility. And like the Lieutenant Colonel that has been drafted into these is probably in one way trying to be a placeholder for those who also have interest in capturing state power.
So we've heard from the Interior Minister saying, look, nothing to see here, we're back in control. But what about the President himself, Patrice Talon? Do we have any news on his whereabouts? After all, I understand his house in the Guezo district of Cotonou was attacked.
I think through the back-channel communication that we've seen through the ECOWAS and the African Union, we can reasonably conclude that the president is in good spirits now and is probably under some high-level security protection right now. And since the cloud is still foggy, it's very too early for the president to probably step out. And that is the reason why we have seen the minister making that statement. But I need to also underscore on this, in the course of this conversation, that an attempt to stage a coup in Benin is going to be an uphill task because it's becoming like one too many. It's going to become a very serious security crisis for Nigeria to be encircled by hostile government, military administration like it is unfolding. And we need to also state that as a regional hegemon, it is going to be very difficult for Nigeria to allow a coup to take a foothold in Benin. That might be part of what is playing out right now.
Olawale Ojewale, a pleasure to have you on Al Jazeera. Many thanks.
Thank you so much for having me.